Hello, my viewers. I'm going to tell you flat out, all three groups is yes. Yes, 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 yes. If you want to continue watching it, go ahead, because each reading was totally different. Most of it was tough love. I'm not going to front. But when you're watching these readings and I'm initiating tough love, I'm not doing it to be cruel. That's not my intention. Sometimes I have to get with my spirit guides and be like, yo, you need to chill out because this was kind of brutal. But just so you know, I do not know you. Okay? I don't know you. Even if you subscribe to my channel for some time, I still do not know you. So when you're hearing the delivery of my message, I am just asking you to use your discernment by not taking it personal. Again, group 1, 2, and 3, they were yeses, okay? You will have your answer right now. Yes, yes, yes. But each reading totally different. I'm just giving you just a bit of caution because I enjoyed all three readings. But holy crap, the delivery was youch. Now, if you are one of those individuals where you have no idea which reading is the right one for you, do what I do. Close your eyes and say the following. God, source, universe, my spirit guides, my higher self, which reading is the right one for me? Open your eyes and your eyes will tell you exactly which reading is the right one. Now, if you're going back and forth about which one, like which group, that just means that you have dual messages. But thank you so much for listening to this portion, and I shall see you at your reading. Hello there, group number 1. I hope you're doing okay. For those who are new, my name is LaShante. I'm your tarot card reader for today. Very rhymey. Anyways, just so you know, this is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, I tend to share personal stories about myself. This is not to hijack your reading. It's simply to serve as an important message. So, let's see. Let's hurt someone's feelings about whether or not if they are destined for marriage and will it last. And what I mean by last, I mean by will you two will be together forever for the rest of your life. You know, back in the day, they used to say happily ever after until they die or something like that. So back in the day, things were brutal. But I'm not taking reversals and someone's like, girl, get to the shuffling. I will. I just wanted to chitty chat. God, source, universe, the truth. Is group number 1 destined for marriage? If so, will it last for the rest of their life? We'll take that. And then I'll ask for clarifiers. Too many. Okay. Too many. One more card. Clarify the 2 of Swords. Okay. So you have the Hermit, creepy, kind of stalker-ish kind of vibes I'm picking up with this one, Virgo energy. We have the Knight of Wands. There's the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Cups. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. And you have the Five of Swords. So I'm going to keep it all the way funky with y'all. I'm going to keep it funky. Okay? I'm all about integrity. I keep looking at the Knight of Wands. And every time I see the Knight of Wands from this particular card, it looks like a particular phallic object that one will insert within another orifice for personal release. Okay? So hopefully that was so PG-13 the way I described it. And so to me, my guides will be wondering, like, they're kind of asking, why are you watching this video if you are someone who is indecisive about being in a relationship? It's giving me stereotypical Libra energy with the Two of Swords, where you wouldn't mind dating someone. You wouldn't mind dating someone because you want to have that emotional connection. So some of you probably are a master debater where you are initiating self-care solo dolo, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I honestly don't know why people shame individuals for doing that. It doesn't mean that you're pathetic. It is one of the safest way of, that kind of interaction versus being with someone where you can possibly get an STD, STI, or get pregnant for those who don't want to. And so the thought of wanting a relationship is only for, like your own personal motive. And so I think you've dealt with a lot of disappointments. You probably have dealt with people who may have stalked you, but you dealt with a lot of, disappointments with individuals. And to me, with this, the Temperance card, this is giving me where someone is like, you know what? I'm in my own peace. I'm in my own lane. This is where I just really don't care to be in a connection with someone. Like, you probably have thoughts of wanting to hang out with someone from the opposite gender, but then you think back what all you've dealt with and how your peace was destroyed. So someone is probably like, okay, so is it a yes or no? It's a no, because you keep balancing whether or not if you want to be in a relationship. That's why it's giving me no. So I would love to, play with anyone's emotions and give you a false narrative that you're destined for marriage. I'm keeping it a buck. The only time you want to be in a relationship is if you want to hook up. That's it. But it's like this whole spread is giving me where you really don't need anyone. But if you wanted someone, you're not just going to settle for anybody. So let me do you a solid, group number. I almost said 3. I haven't did 3 yet. I'm going to do you a solid and just talk about what would happen if you were to change your mind and wanting to date. Then hopefully it'll give you the answers you're looking for. So the truth for group number 1, God, Source, Universe. Because I know some people, they take future spouse readings way too seriously. And it's like, I have to remind folks, I don't know you. What would happen if group number 1 decides to date? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I will take the Judgment card that fell. So here are your other cards. You have the Eight of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the High Priestess. Every time I see her, it's just give me Solange. So I don't know if someone is like the second sibling or have any siblings. That's additional clue. Maybe a Cancerian, because Solange is a Cancer. We have the Moon. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have Judgment. So another zodiac sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in the house because of these major arcanas. But let's get into it. So what would happen if you were to date? Which card wants to talk to me first? Spirit. Queen of Wands. I keep staring at that. So if you were to date group number one, this is you stepping into your true power. The fact that the first part of this reading, you ended up getting the Hierophant, and this is pretty much doing some soul searching. I think with the Judgment call, you have been stepping into your personal power. You probably had to do a lot of shadow work. This is giving me a sense where you may have had a spiritual awakening, or you possibly had like an ego death. I can totally resonate with y'all group one because I had it myself. And yeah, the last 5 years was just on some garbage. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. And so you are now finding out who you are, who you really are. So Queen energy, you do not have to be feminine to, like, in terms of female. You don't have to be female, woman, girl in order to exude feminine energy. I think you are embarking on your feminine essence, and something about you reeks mysterious vibes. And I won't say reek like, oh my God, this bitch stink, like, or anything like that. No, it's just like you permeate a lot of mystery. And I think this is your reclamation era that is hidden. It will come to the surface when you continue to do shadow work. It is the matter of you letting go old beliefs, old friendships, things that are stagnant. So of course I'm going to tell you personal thing about myself, y'all. So I tend to align with the universal year, my personal year, that is. And so 2025 is universal year 9. My personal year is 9. Okay, so this year sucked. At least the first like 6 months, it absolutely sucked. Everything needed to die. Everything needed to be, just over and done with, so that I can become the woman that I am meant to become, that my inner child and my inner teenager needed. And so it took a kinetic family drawing for my 15-year-old to make herself be a complete ass in spring semester this year. Okay. I'm embarrassed to a certain degree, but thank God that I'm surrounded by individuals who have some form of empathy or sympathy about what's been going on with me. Because when I found out that I was 15 for 22 years, I was like, you know what? I got to make some additional changes. And so this raggedy ass card, I'm going to show you. I hate this damn card. It says, hey you, and this was from a class. And the back of it, it says, you can do hard things, with this goofy ass elephant. And when I first got this card in January, when I started spring semester, I was incredibly pissed. I thought I saw a sticker with a lion on it, so I thought I grabbed it, but I grabbed this. This was meant to happen. And so I don't know who made this card. No shade, no tea towards them, but I hate this card because I knew that 2025 was going to be on some bullshit, and it was. Like I was retaliated from a field site. I'm hearing in the back of my mind, don't be telling people what's going on, but I feel called to tell you at the same time because I'm not really embarrassed about what happened. But yes, I was retaliated from my field site. Had to do some deep healing. My mom was pissing me off. I almost went to jail for fighting my sister. We have never fought, but you know, it with her, what she did was the last straw, and I was tired of giving her grace because it really didn't serve a purpose. One of my former friends lost a child. Those same former friends, she and her twin sister, one of them, the loudmouth hyena, she decided to just end things with me because allegedly I did something, and she knows I did something and who allegedly helped me, and I still don't know what the hell is going on. Like, it was a lot of things within the first 6 months that was pissing me off. But my conclusion or my epiphany for why these hard things needed to happen, because there were lessons associated with it. So the field site was definitely the last straw with me. For sure, for what they did, because I've been dimming my light, trying to people please or try to feel like I'm worth it or try to prove something. And I've been doing that for a long time, group number one. I needed to release things that are stagnant, and also, you know, obviously I need to let go. I need to detach and just remain grounded. And it is so hard for me to ground. Like, even right now, I'm sitting on my PC chair, leaning back, and my feet are planted on the floor. And by me seeing my therapist once a week, we've been having a hard time for me to ground. I've always dissociated, you know. So, and then on top of that, I needed to take my time. So, of course, you know, I'm recording this on August 22nd. Next week, I'll officially start fall semester. And I've been taking advantage of my break because I felt like I needed to rush and do everything. And even like me looking at my door with a postage note with one of my cohorts said, breathe and take your time. And so, you know, you see at the top of the screen, you know, speed me up. I don't feel like I need to rush a reading with y'all. If you want to hear the message, I'm telling you what to do. Like, speed me up to either 1.25 or hell, do it up to 2 if you want. But I'm sharing this because this might be where you are dealing with something similar like that, group number one, where you needed to just let go of old identities. I can't even tell you how old I am in terms of emotional wise. I just turned 38 last month. But the thing about it is that once I've healed my inner child, like that 15-year-old me who was filled with rage and homicidal ideation that I've carried for such a long time, thank God I don't feel that way anymore. But things that used to make me laugh, they don't. Like, I have sat there and I have watched my go-to things that would make me laugh, and it's nothing. It's nothing at all. So I'm still grieving over that identity because I am trying to learn who I am. So when I see this moon card, this is giving me where in video games where, you know, back in the day, you didn't have to download or buy a DLC. You can just, you know, beat a certain level or certain character to unlock the mystery character. This is you. This is you stepping in of who the hell you are supposed to be. And I think that once you do all this healing, because goddamn, the Judgment card was really talking to y'all. This will give you the answers that you are looking for, where you can get, oh shit, listen. Okay, so my fat ass fingers, normally I would wear the pinky ring that says blessed, but it has my zodiac sign on there. But I think once you have fully did the healing work, group number one, your wishes will come true, where hell yeah, You are destined for marriage. Hell yeah. You are going to be with this person for the rest of your life because you finally matured enough to be in this person like the person you're supposed to be. Some of you probably watch Rosology, and I personally never saw the Queen of Wands as someone who integrated her shadow, but Rosology has been doing tarot card readings hella longer than I have, so I trust her judgment and her studies and her knowledge regarding tarot. So the Queen of Wands, even though there isn't a black cat, you're giving me black cat vibes, but you're giving me someone that you are in full acceptance of what is. You accept the good, the bad, the ugly about yourself. You accept the light and shadow. You know how to flip switch if you want to. You can turn into Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, but then you will hurry up and flip to Buttercup if you have to. So it could be where Bubbles is your inner child, Buttercup is your inner teenager, and maybe you are supposed to be in a position of leadership where you turn into Blossom and you step up and you know exactly who the fuck you are. You're no longer humbling yourself. You radiate this magical essence about you. You're following your intuition. You're trusting everything that you have of yourself. So you could be someone who is also a tarot card reader or someone who is spiritual. Like, you are stepping into this bomb ass energy, and I find this so damn sexually attractive. I don't care what gender you are. I find that so sexually attractive when people step into their personal power and they don't use it to abuse people, because that's probably what you have dealt with. So shit, this reading was actually pretty dope, group number one. Spirit is saying, hell yeah, you are totally destined to get married. You are also destined to be with this person for the rest of your life, because you doing all that healing, you actually met your true match. Someone that you don't need, they don't need you, but y'all choose to be with each other because it just makes sense. Oh God, this reading is like bonerific, dude. Like, and I never say bonerific, but holy shit. Again, people who step into their power, so damn hot. Group one, you are, and I don't know if I said group two by accident, but group one, you did it. And if you haven't, this is what's going to attract your partner. And even if you were to just step into, your mature version of yourself, where you understand your fears, but you still walk with courage, and you have this mystery like essence about you, it's going to be to a point where you don't even give a shit about readings like this anymore. You're like, whatever, I don't care. I know who that, it's like, again, I know who the fuck I am. I know what I can bring to the table. I am the fucking table. I am the foundation. And I am exactly who I think I am. Or check it, I know who I am. It's like, if your North Node is not in Aries, then check your North Node. I think that's going to give you, more information about who you are. Check your planet's first house, like where is it lands or whatever. Do all of that. Do that so you can get some clues. But I'm done. Like, I'm done with your reading. Fan-fucking-tastic. You are hot, group number one. But thank you so much for being patient with this reading and choosing me to be your tarot card reader for today. I very much appreciate you. Until then, I shall see you in another pick a card video. And also check out my membership, where I do only future spouse, like full thorough details. I meant to say that. But yes, anyways, best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Okay, group number two, how do you do? Not taking reversals. I don't feel like it. I really, really, really loved group one's reading. So I hope I have the same energy when it comes to you all. But hey, hello, if you're new, my name is LaShante, and I'm your tarot card reader for today. Just so you know, this is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, I am often guided to share a personal story about myself This is not to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important information for the viewer. And so let's get into it. We want to know if you're destined for marriage and will it last? God, source, universe, my spirit guides, my higher self, the truth for group number 2. Okay, let's get into it. 6 cards. Well, geez Louise, this flew. I'll take it. We okay. The Tower. Whoa. Okay, not yet. I want one more card. 9 of Swords, please. Thank you. And then we'll get into the second part if I'm called to. So let's get into it. We have the 10 of Cups. Yummy. Someone could be LGBT. Don't have to. Queen of Swords. We have the 9 of Swords. Someone's dealing with some fears. We have the 5 of Swords. I already got to tell you a story. Devil, Capricorn energy. And we have the 3 of Wands. Story time, y'all. So, when I was in this so-called twin flame journey, first of all, I think based on my personal experience and my healing journey, or my fool's journey is what one would call it, this whole nonsense about your soul is split in half, I personally think somebody who made this discovery and kind of used Greek mythology, I kind of feel like they were sniffing on that white girl is what the black community would say. And what is like, what do you mean sniffing on that white girl? I mean that Coca-Cola. I mean that powder, okay? So somebody might use that language like, you on that white girl, huh? So now you know, a little bit of slang. But I think when one has like a twin flame journey where you do have a dark night of the soul, it's not you reunited with another being. It's you reuniting with your higher self. It's your higher self integrating who you're supposed to be. So I share this because when I was unhealed and doing a whole bunch of shadow work in group 2, I was heavily obsessed with pick a card videos. It was like, oh my God, I would watch like over 72 videos per day. And it's like, what are you going to do when you're in isolation because it's government mandated, right? And so while I was in a whole relationship with a married douchebag, yes, I knew he was married. I've talked about this before, and it's a story I'm tired of talking about. I would watch these pick a card videos out of fear. I would be so scared to hear the truth about, is this douchebag going to be my husband or not? And it's like, why would I want to be with someone who is okay with having an affair with his whole wife and his whole family? He's a whole liar. And so it's like, I'm attracted to a piece of shit. What that makes me? Fly. I'm a fucking fly. I'm a fly attracted to a piece of shit. Why would I want to be with that person? And so I would watch these readings out of fear-based. And the reason why I felt called to tell this story, because this is the kind of energy where you have the devil and you have the 9 of Swords. Okay. And so the devil and the 9 of Swords, where you feel bound and chained to the outcome but there's this fear mindset where you probably have been told multiple times, group 2, that you are destined for marriage. This is the same message from different readers, different cards, different timestamps, different language. You can now have auto dub and on YouTube. And so it's like, but what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? And so let me tell you about trickster spirit and how sometimes spirits can trick you because you're too obsessed with the situation. Another story time. So the reason why I say the truth, or say God, source, universe, the truth, because I do have a trickster spirit. I've used my pendulum and dowsing board probably over 30 something times. And I would ask the trickster spirits, do twin flames exist? They say yes. But when I ask God, source, universe, the truth, do twin flames exist? They say no. So someone's like, you're right. All right, I'm called to show you a demonstration. I'm going to do the best I can to hold still. And I'm going to rotate the board just to let you know I'm not full of hogwash. So let's do this. So I'm doing the best I can to hold still so that this can move on its own. Trickster spirit, do twin flames exist? Yes or no? To me, it's like in between of unknown and yes. So let's rotate it. Let's do it diagonally. Trickster spirit, do twin flames exist? Yes or no? Now you see that it's moving diagonally. I'm not doing it. I'm doing the best I can to hold still. So I'm going to ask this question. God, source, universe, the truth. Do twin flames exist? Yes or no? Now, I saw, and normally I would look at the computer screen, but I saw right in front of me that the pendulum kind of changed its answer to say no. So there you go. Take it or leave it. I don't know, y'all, group number 2. But yeah, anyways, I say all of this because you may have a trickster spirit. I say all of this too is that because you are so obsessed about, future spouse readings and all this other shit, somebody that's watching group number 2, take it or leave it, right? That sometimes spirit will be like, okay, I don't know how many yes questions or yes whatever that you want. So sometimes I'm going to tell you a no. So therefore you can focus your attention elsewhere. So when you are finally ready, I'm going to send you your future spouse. Because I reckon that based on these cards, you have been hearing about this person for years. I don't know why I look at the 5 of Swords and I look at home base as 5 and yes 0. But it's like, to me, this is giving me years where you have heard about this person that is coming, but you haven't really met this person yet. This is you waiting for this person to arrive. It's like, okay, when? So instead of waiting, focus on yourself. To me, this is giving me a hell yeah, you are destined for marriage. But Spirit is urging you, sir, madam, please stop watching all these goddamn pick a card videos. Like, yes, they're used for entertainment purposes, but there are other things you can watch. I can tell you flat out, I slept on Lucifer. Lucifer is such a damn good show. It's on Netflix. What inspired me to watch this show is the Sandman series, and that's also on Netflix. And I'm like, oh my god, this is a good show. You know, if you watch anime, I can tell you another good show that's pretty good. Mob Psycho 100. It's a decent show, you know, like if it's a show that can genuinely make me laugh or chuckle, it has won me, because nowadays a lot of shit don't make me laugh as much, which is kind of weird. And I've already talked to group 1 about why that is a thing. Shoot, you can go out to walk, go out in nature. If you know you're into sports, watch sports, you know, but this is you detaching from, you know, this fantasy of your future spouse. Step into your Queen of Swords, and also recognize, have boundaries. You know, think about your values. I feel that my personal belief is that once you know your values, you know your boundaries. And the Queen of Swords is a nurturing woman, but she also can differentiate her feelings as well as her logical side. And she makes a decision and cuts some things out. And I feel that Spirit is saying, stop fucking, oh God, tough love reading. Stop fucking watching all these damn pick a card future spouse love readings. It'll happen when it happens. It's not going to happen on your own time. Oh no, sorry boo-boo, that's not going to happen. Damn, okay. My spirit guides can be dicks. They're like, okay, boo-boo. And it's like, no one wants to be spoken to like that. I mean, come on. But yeah, it's like, stop. The fact that the 10 of Cups showed up, bro, come on. But we'll finish your reading. We want to know the truth. Will this marriage last? And if it, you know what, for your sake, group 2, I hope it's a hell yeah. And pray to God that this is the last this is the last reader you will watch for a while, okay? Like, just take a break from pick a card videos. Group 2, for group 2, God, Source, Universe, the Truth. Will this marriage last? 6 cards. Someone's like, oh my God, you're playing with my fear. Well, you asked for it. Don't be a bitch. That's 2 cards. Clarify the 4 cups for the truth for group number 2. You got, okay, bitch, get out. You got the Lovers. Okay, what do you want? What do you want, group 2? What the hell do you want? Like, seriously, I know you can't comment on this shit, but come on. What the fuck do you want? Like, I think this is your spirit guides or my spirit guides, or hell, it could be the whole fucking universe. It's like, what do you want? I don't know what all answers you're looking for. We're not going to tell you the exact detail of this person. You just need to wait on our own time. Detach from this shit. Damn. And, you know, me, like, as Lashante, I'm like, say it, don't spray it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you got the King of Coins. Okay? Someone might like Basquiat. You have the 9 of Wands. Is that stank ass energy? Because to me, it kind of felt like the same energy of the 9 of Swords, but this is the 9 of Wands. You have the 4 of Cups. This is you saying, all right, I'm done. I'm done watching pick a card videos. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have the 9 of Swords. Yes, I will show you the Lovers. Gemini energy. Okay? Look. You got the fucking soulmate card. What do you want, man? I'm not picking up anything negative at all from this particular spread. Will this marriage last for the rest of your life? Spirit said, duh. Yes, you probably know this. Okay? So this could be a hint, because that's what a lot of y'all are looking for, right? This could be a hint where your person is loaded with money. I pray legally. How about that? They could be an earth sign. So, of course, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They may have Gemini in their chart, but this is someone who is taking care of their finances. They could be in a position of leadership. So usually with the King of Coins, it is indicative of someone who may own their business. They could be like a CEO. And I don't know why I picture White Castle. They could own like restaurants. They could own like, or they could be a foodie too, because this is kind of like a Taurus kind of energy too I'm picking up. But it's like, for example, they don't have to work like be some corporate douchebag with a posh suit or whatever. I talked about Lucifer. Lucifer owns a piano nightclub, and he is naturally charming, and of course it's played by a British man. Okay, so could your person be charming? Sure, that's probably the kind of guys you're looking for. I don't know why I picture is someone who has got it going on, but they're humbled. They're quite humbled. They're not going to be an arrogant douche where, you know, it's like, hey guys, I'm alpha. It's like, no, you're not. You just some bald, limp dick bastard who is looking for a woman who can be your personal pincushion because you have low self-esteem. Like, he's nothing like that. You're not going to worry about that. I think, you know, you have been dealing with a lot of douches with this Knight of Wands, where spirit recognizes. You got to trust your guides, okay? What I'm picking up from this card, because I feel like I'm yapping. When I pick up from this card here, group number 2, it's that, let's say you're not having anybody who's talking to you or attracted to you. You are being heavily protected from funk ass energy, from rusty, crusty, dusty, busty ass bitches and ninjas. I'm gonna say ninjas, okay? If you know, you know, okay? Anyways, it's like you're being prevented from these douches who could be the fucking devil incarnated. And we're not talking about Lucifer devil, because he's actually cool on the show. We're talking about the stereotype where you have somebody who is going to chain you down. You probably have dealt with that. Spirit is like, we're not doing that to group number 2. I just need you. This is like Spirit saying, bitch, I need you to understand and listen that you are destined for marriage. I love this reading too. Y'all are funny. Okay. And it's like, okay, again, say it but don't spray it. It's going to come to a point where you will make a decision, where you're going to plan something, you're going to make a decision. And I think for most of you, this message is hitting home, where you're like, I'm done watching a lot of pick a card videos. If you're subscribed to my channel, unsubscribe to me. That is fine. You know, go to your For You page and make sure you hit uninterested whenever you see future spouse. Because don't get me wrong, God Source Universe will, you know, trick you by putting a video here and there just to see if you're going to succumb to your desires in terms of wanting a future spouse. Okay. But it's like, I'm done. Typically I watch this when I'm bored or don't have anything to do. Maybe I will listen to what LaShante say and watch Sandman. Maybe I watch Lucifer. Maybe I watch anime. Maybe there's a new show on Netflix called Delicious in Dungeon. I watched the first episode. I was like, I'll watch 2 more and see how I feel about it. But so far it seems decent. But it's like, do something different. When you do that and detach the focus, I shit you not, when you detach the focus of looking for a spouse, of, oh my God, I want to be chosen, I shit you the fuck not. That's when Spirit is like, oh, finally, now we can finally send somebody. It would be quick. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. It can be reckless, but I think that if I were to read this in the reverse, you're blocked from your person because you're just caring too damn much about the fucking outcome. You're going to get your boo thing. You're going to finally, I heard it's been a long time. Girl, sir, me too, okay? It's been like almost 3 years since I had, let me be quiet, okay? Let me be quiet. It's been a long time. Sometimes I want my strange tamed, okay? Someone could watch South Park. But it's like you get to finally feel seen and felt, and you meet your match. Soulmate energy, yo. This is peace and harmony. You got 2 cards of peace and harmony. Like, that's, shut the fuck up, group 2, okay? Stop watching us, okay? Stop. Tough love reading. It's a funny reading. At least to me it's funny, but your answer is yes. You are destined for marriage. Yes. It is going to last for the rest of your life and their life, okay? The end. Happily ever after. Stop watching pick a card videos. Thank you so much for choosing me to be your tarot card reader for today. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Okay, group 3. Y'all are the groups that is just like, really, this is what we're doing. But yeah, group 1, group 2 were hilarious in my opinion. And so I don't know what is it going to be, but hey, hello, if you're new, my name is LaShante. I am your tarot card reader for today. And so just to let you know, this is a general reading, not a personal one. If you want to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, I am often guided to tell you a personal story about myself. This is not to hijack your reading. It is simply to provide you important information. So we're going to ask 2 questions. 1, are you destined for marriage? And then 2, will it last for the rest of your life? Let's do it. God, source, universe, my spirit guides, my higher self, the truth. For group number 3, the truth and nothing but the truth. So help them. No reversals. I'm so tired of reversals. Let's do it. Oh, excuse me. Pop the Balloon. Someone might watch that show. I only see clips when I see one of my favorite YouTubers talk about it, but it's like, I don't know how people can stomach it. I just don't know how y'all can stomach that shit. Bro. I just can't deal. Okay. Interesting. So let's get into it. So we have the 5 of coins. Solange. I like to call her Solange, but this is the High Priestess, Cancer energy. We have, oh, Pop the Balloon, 3 of Swords. Okay. Going through it, huh? Queen of Coins. It's giving me a story more than anything. 4 of Wands. Love to see it. We have the 5 of Wands. You could see 5s. So 5s is an energy of change. But I feel like there is, like, this is telling me a story. I just don't know how to channel it. That's can be annoying sometimes. All right, well, let me close my eyes and ask God, Source, Universe, the truth. Which card should I talk about first? 5 of Coins. All right. I don't know why I picked masculine energy here. You don't have to be a male. 5 of Coins is about being asked out. I mean, broke. So for someone who could be black in the United States and watch the sitcom Martin, and I hear Pam telling Martin brokey. So I don't know if someone is broke at the moment, but the reason why I said masculine energy, I've noticed from my experience, my personal experience, and also observing and listening to other people's stories, there's a certain archetype of men. Notice I said archetype and not, label as a general theme, right? But there's a certain archetype of men who know they don't have shit to offer, but they're in a dating pool. And it's like, why are you dating when you have no money, you have no car, you have no job, you don't even live in your own home? You're probably legit homeless, or you're living off, like, you're couch surfing somewhere. But you have the audacity to think that somebody is going to accept you for you. Because there's a lot of, especially women who are Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z, when they say, oh, I'm decentering from men. And they say that a man would never. And you know what? I absolutely agree. A man would never date a woman who is super poor unless he can trap her. Unfortunately, archetypes of the kind of men that I'm talking about exist. And I think you dealt with a lot, group 3. This has given me my cohort's energy. I'm not going to share her story. I really wish she would have a podcast, because that girl is fucking hilarious. I love her. And I just, it's like, girl, auntie here, I just pray that you are safe. That's it. Because this is giving me where this entire energy, group 3, you settle for some fucking creatures. And my inner feminine is just so upset that you are someone who has this big fucking ginormous heart, and you've dealt people who have used your resources, used your body, try to humble you. If you're not, okay, if you are not this queen of coins here, you are going to step into this energy of queen of coins where you're like, you know what? I'm hearing the parody of American Dad when they made fun of Whitney Houston and Stan Smith threw her crack. And I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing this up. But when Deborah Wilson voiced her, she sung, "No matter what you take from me, you can't take away my dignity." And I think that came from Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. We're talking about the first movie. You have allowed people to take away your dignity. This is you saying, fuck this shit. This is totally giving me Taurus vibes. I know I'm getting to your yes or no reading, but I think every group has been tough love. So this is like more compassion of tough love. But here it's like, it's giving me second house energy where you understand your self-worth, because you've had idiots of this archetype that I told you about that try to humble you. They know that you're willing to work hard. And it's like, wow, I can't believe I found a person like group 3 who's willing to lower their dignity, their values, their self-worth to be with me. So I'm going to take advantage. You have to understand certain people are not going to have the same heart as you. And so this is giving me where your intuition has been blocked off. So this is what I told one of my cohorts. I did her reading and I told her, oh, hell yeah, you are desperate. Not desperate, Maybe you felt desperate. I used to be a pick me myself, group 3, but it's like you are destined for marriage. I'm just going to call her Megatron. I'm going to call her Megatron. I did Megatron's reading, and I'm like, yeah, you are destined for marriage, but you have to pay attention to your body. You know, if you're going to go on dating sites, don't tell a man what you want, because they're going to use it against you. We live in a very patriarchal society where men are taught not to be like women. They're not really taught how to be a man. And so this archetype, this level of toxicity from patriarchal society teaches men to have a motive. They have this dog eat dog world where they have to always be competitive. And so this person might tell you a good game, but you may ignore what your body is signaling. You may feel like you have to force a smile, but the energy is high up here, but you're forcing a smile and your energy is going down because you're like, something's not right with this asshole. This person real bootleg, like super bootleg. You're having anxiety. You know, like maybe there's some kind of fear that's being risen. Your body will tell you about a person before you know the part of you that you initially block in terms of, girl, you need to run away. Because I can tell you flat out, group 3, you are totally destined for marriage. You really are. I have to tell you this long-winded ass story to talk about what you need to do in order to attract this person, like the real person, into your life. Okay, listen, you got the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is a marriage card. This is a celebration card. This is about having your home stabilized. You know, you stepping into whatever role in this Queen of Coins. This is you knowing your worth. This is you realizing, I don't really need anyone. I have me. Like I said, I used to be a pick me. You can say pick Misha or pick Miana. It doesn't matter. But I used to be a pick me where I wanted someone to choose me so badly. But it was always people who got what they want and then popped the fucking balloon when it came to me. And I'm sure that's what you've dealt with. And so it's like, no, I'm about to listen to my gut feeling. I'm about to step into my intuition, and I'm going to be quiet. I'm not going to tell everybody what I want. Do I want a marriage? Yes. Do I want a family? Probably not. But I want someone who would choose me as much as I would choose myself. You get what I'm saying? You have this passion and this drive. You felt like you needed to compete for the dusty ass loser. And Spirit is like, stop doing that shit. Because a man within this archetype would never. Damn, preachy? Preachy much. Fucking preachy. Okay, well, I think this is a yes. I'm not gonna front. You got like 3 negative cards, okay? But I felt like this is a story that I needed to tell. This is how I read these cards. I don't have a rule, okay? I just want to throw that out there. Some of you need to work out. I don't know why I felt called to tell you that, but take care of your body. Like shit, I need to. Hello, I'm like Captain Constipation here, okay? Whatever. Listen, bro. God, Source, Universe, the Truth for group number 3. Will this marriage last for the rest of group number 3's life? The truth. Yes or no? 6 cards. Get the fuck out of here. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, sorry. Anyways, you got the 3 of Wands. You're like, is that a good thing? Yeah, it is. Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. You have the 7 of Coins. The Knight of Wands. You're going to have, oh, someone got that big D. Okay, 3 of Coins. Okay, someone's endowed. I only want one card. Someone's in school. Focus on your fucking, okay, look, if you have a career in mind, you got to focus on your career. Oh, when, boo, I'm almost 30 years old. Okay, so I'll be 40 in less than 2 years. I got these cool fly ass rings with my sausage ass fingers, but this motherfucker is empty. Like, bye, okay? Like, stop. Anyways, clarify the 7. Tough love ass reading. Thank you. Shit. Interesting. All right. Listen. All right. So you got the 7 of coins. Spirit is saying be patient. Knight of Wands. 3 of coins. Page of Cups. Someone may have children. If you are someone who don't want children, but you're willing to be a step parent, this is a sign for you. So, Queen of Coins wants to talk. Now, this is your higher self want to talk to you. Tough love ass reading, okay? Yes. Not only you're destined for marriage, group 3. You are also destined to be with this person for the rest of your fucking life. However, it's like, okay, here goes the but. I know, right? Right? You got 333 here. I can't even tell you what 3 means in terms of angel numbers. So totally look that up for yourself what 333 means. Here's the thing. The Queen of Coins, in my opinion, is someone who values interdependency. So we have codependency, we have interdependency. So codependency is like an attachment where you feel like you have to be, like you rely everything from this person. Interdependent means that two people who are both independent but choose to be with each other. But just so you know, it's like, yes, you're gonna have some good ass sex. I'm jailed. I'm not gonna front. I'm so jailed. This person's that thing is biggie big. Okay, so yeah, okay, it's gonna be impressive. Okay, how about that? But just know that you have to do things like separately. So you will learn how to work together. You will be not only just husband and wife, husband, wife, whatever, but you are legit teammates. You are teammates. But just so you know, it's going to be a family of 3 for additional message, because you have this Page of Cups. You see, this little girl said, I drew you, look, daddy, I drew you a picture, right? They got to do their own thing. I don't really pick up, maybe except for one person. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Be careful about certain dudes because they may have like a strong attachment to the mother or father of their child. And they may want to sleep with them. I got to keep it a buck with you. But this is mostly positive for whoever. I just had to talk about that one thing for somebody here, okay? But for the rest of you, this person will be devoted to you. Where, you know, them and the mother of or father of their child, they're cordial, everything is cool, but their kid is gonna come to a point where they gotta focus on their child. I am stuttering a lot, my bad. So they have to focus on their kid. You are going to feel quite lucky with this individual. You've been waiting and you've been patient, but this is giving me where you're so fucking impatient with this. And you're like, when is it going to happen? If you are in your 20s, sorry, dude, you're not going to find your future spouse in your 20s. This is a mostly hell no for somebody. You're not going to find your future spouse in your 20s. You're most likely going to find your future spouse when you're fully established within your career. You got your house in order. You know, you're stable. and it's going to get to that point in your 30s. All right. In the meantime, you know, if you have a toy that feels good where you want to release, there's nothing wrong with that. You may have to be single for some time. There's nothing wrong with that. Spirit is just saying, damn, be patient. We are cooking you the best person ever that's going to match this Queen of Coins. You have to choose yourself. You have to know your worth. You should not allow anyone to take away your dignity. And if you come across with some dude that's like, oh, you're a ran through because you have more than 20 partners. Yeah, well, ask them how many partners they have and see if there's any shame associated with that. If you want to, you know, a guy like that who wants to shame people based on their past, it's not a kind of person you want to be with. Because I remember one dust ass void. You can tell, like, there's no soul in his eyes. This void, he's like, oh, I don't want a woman who she got like more than 5 dudes that she didn't fuck with. And so someone said, okay, well, how many people you slept with? He got quiet, and I think he said either over 100 or over 1,000. And it's like, okay, Shang Tsung, how many fucking souls did you didn't acquire? So it's like, I don't want to hear it. Okay, so if you're one of those people like, what if somebody won't accept me because of, you know, the partners I've had? That's not the right person for you. This person will accept you for who you are because you've learned the lessons, you've been patient, you stepped up to your higher self. There's a reason why I accidentally said group 3 and group 1. You may want to watch group 1. Group 1 is going to give you some additional messages in terms of what all you need to do. And, you know, it'll share like my personal story. But yes, congratulations. Group 3. Yes, you are destined for marriage. Yes, it's going to last until the day you die. Okay. If you want to know more about your future spouse, I have a membership. Check it out if you need to. You can cancel it at any time. You just like, let me go and look at it and cancel it because I ain't about to give you all my money. That's fine. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your tarot card reader for today. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Until then, I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace.